Hello everyone. So in the part 1 we have discussed on the Snowflake scripting, and we have the last example which we saw it, where we have printed the updated, deleted and the inserted counts by comparing the old and new employee table. So here in this part 2 we will be covering the dynamic SQL execution. So to handle the dynamic SQL execution, it will be done through the execute immediate command. So to do that, firstly we will declare one string kind of variable with declare vSQL string, and in begin and end block we will assign the particular SQL statement which we wanted to execute dynamically at runtime in this vSQL variable. So let vSQL equals to select constant from employees, and then to call that we will write to call that variable we will write execute immediate underscore SQL. So this execute immediate, this keyword allows runtime execution of the SQL query. Then transactions in Snowflake scripting. To maintain the integrity between the different operations which can be done parallelly, we will use the transactions. So these transactions will be handled mainly through the commit and rollback keywords. So in the begin and end block we will write begin transaction, then update employee set salary equals to salary into 1.1, commit, but let's say if because of particular reason that particular operation is not committed, then exception when if there is any other exception happen, then we will write exception when other than, and then just roll back that particular transaction which happened. So it will handle the data integrity by using the commit and rollback keywords. Now we will cover one scripting example. In this scripting example we will declare different data types variables like int, string, boolean, float, date, timestamp, array and variant, and also assign the values to these particular variables. Also we will perform various operations including arithmetic, string concatenations and date manipulations on these particular variables. Then we will implement one control flow using if else block to check the boolean conditions. Also we will iterate through an array using a while loop. Then we will handle an exception by catching error, and that will be like division by 0 error. Also we will return the final computer values as output. So firstly variable declaration. So to declare the variable, firstly we need to use declare, then the variable name and followed with the data type. That's why firstly the integer data type will be declared as declare, then v underscore int. This name can be anything and followed with the data type. For the string, in a similar way, declare v string, string. For a boolean it will be declare v boolean, boolean. For float it will be declare v float, float. For the date data type it will be declare v date, date. For timestamp attribute it will be declare variable name and followed with the timestamp data type. For array it will be declare v array, array. For the storing different data type like JSON or something, for that we will use the variant data type. So it will be like declare v variant, variant. So here declare here we are declaring different data types variables, and here we are not assigning any values. The values will be assigned in the begin and end block. So here in this begin and end block, for integer variable we are assigning the value as 10. For the string variable we are assigning the value as hello snowflake. For the boolean variable we are assigning the value as true. For the float variable we are assigning the value as 99.99. For the date data type, for the date variable we are assigning the value by using the function itself as current date. For the timestamp also we are using the timestamp function and we are giving the current timestamp. For the array we are giving array construct with the 1, 2, 3 and snowflake. And for variant we are using pass JSON, and by using the key value where we will be assigning name as alias and age as 30. So here we are assigning initial values to the declare variables, and this only these are the simple just value assigning. And for this array assigning the values to arrays, as those are multiple, we will be assigning by using the array construct with the 1, 2, 3 and snowflake, and it will create an array of the records. And this for this particular variant data type we will be using pass JSON, and in that we will be using name alias and age 30 in the key value pair to store the JSON data. So now arithmetic operations. Let's say if you wanted to do any arithmetic operations, then firstly let v int equals to, then we are assigning value for this v event variable with the v int plus 5 whatever. So in the v int earlier we declared the value as 10, so v int plus 5, so it will become 10 plus 5 equals to 15. So automatically now the value which will be stored in v int variable will be 15. V float equals to v float into 2. So in earlier slide we have declared the value as 99.99 to the v float. That's why 99.99 into 2 equals to 199.98. That value will be assigned to the float variable. So here we are performing the basic arithmetic operations. In this integer variable we have just incremented its value by 5, and for the float value we have doubled it. Now string operations. For the string operations, here we are concatenating the string whatever. Firstly we have assigned value as in vstring we have assigned value as hello snowflake. So what we are doing here, we are concatenating welcome to scripting to whatever the value which is present in the vstring. So we have hello snowflake, so hello snowflake will be concatenated with the welcome to scripting. That's why the vstring variable will get the value as hello snowflake welcome to scripting. Then here in date operations, to add we will be using the data add function. So here we can add the keyword like day, month, year, whatever we wanted to add. So here we are adding day, and here how many days we wanted to add. So we wanted to add 7. That's why day, 7, and v date. So what it will do, it will add 7 days to the current day. Then if v boolean, then print boolean is true, else print boolean is false. So here if boolean value is true, then it will print boolean is true, else it will print boolean is false. And for the v boolean variable we have declared the value as true. That's why it will print boolean is true. If we would have assigned the value as false, then it would have printed boolean is false. Then looping through an array. So here we are looping through an array by for that particular where we have assigned those 3 values like 1, 2, 3 and snowflake. So to do that, firstly we will declare one index variable assigning value as default 0, then we will declare one v value string, and we will compare that particular index with that array size, and then we will print that array element and after that we will increment the index with +1, so that in this way we will print the values like array element 1, then array element 2, then array element 3, and lastly array element snowflake. Exception handling. So to do this exception handling, here we are covering the whatever is the float value which we have declared 99.99. So for that value we are dividing by 0. So and when it will happen, then we wanted to raise an exception like exception when other than print error occurred and that SQL error message. So here it will give an error that division by 0 error is this. So that's why it will print the error message as error occurred and division by 0. Then returning final computed values. So here when we wanted to return final values, then we can write return final values int and then concatenated with that variable where we are storing the values float, string, date, timestamp. So it will return all the values as string messages, and here we will print those values and we will get boolean is true, array element, and the division by 0 error, and then the values which we have stored in those particular variables. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.